What's going on, world? It's June 24th, Work Hard Wednesday. Me and S, we're just gonna jump right into it. Let me go over this cheat sheet real quick. Oosh Juice, slogan: the never-ending boost. Romance copy: this is more than just another drink. Dare to turn your dream into reality, to inspire a generation to go further, instill confidence in oneself, and transform into a new you. Motivation, determination, and patience, strength, unity, and peace is our recipe for you to succeed. Join the movement. OoshJuice.com. Bottle type 20 ounce, 591 milliliters, heat set Amcor PowerFlex long neck PET polyethylene terephthalate. Bottle diameter is 2.582 inches, and the bottle width is 2.582 inches. The bottle height is 8.5 inches. Net weight fluid 619.1 grams. Gross weight fluid and bottle 659.1 grams. The finish is 38 millimeters. The bottle weight is 40 grams. And the nutritional facts: serving size 8 fluid ounce, 240 milliliters, 60 milligrams of natural caffeine per 8 fluid ounces, 150 milligrams of natural caffeine per 20 fluid ounces. Serving per container, 2.5 calories, 70 per serving, 175 total. Calories from fat, 0. Total fat, saturated fat, trans fat, 0 grams. Cholesterol, sodium, 0 milligrams. Total carbs, 17 grams per serving, 42.5 total. The percent daily value is 6%, 15% total. Dietary fiber, 0 grams. Sugars, 16 grams, 40 total. Protein is 0 grams. Vitamin A, 2%, 5% total. Vitamin C, 8%, 20% total. The calcium, 2%, 5% total. And the iron is 0%. Ingredients consist of apple juice, which reduces bad cholesterol levels and enhances the cardiovascular health of a person. The risk of getting heart disease is reduced significantly. Helpful for weight loss, improves the functioning and health of intestines, combats constipation effectively, cleans liver and kidneys, and reduces the risk of kidney and liver disease. Improves digestion and eliminates harmful toxins from the body. Contains antioxidants which prevent different kinds of cancer. Vitamin C, very good for the lungs, and it lowers the risk of asthma. Mango juice improves memory and concentration, prevents mental weakness, is very rich in beta carotene, which prevents heart disease and other ailments, combats poor digestion and acidity, very effective for liver disorders, rich in vitamin A, so it's good for your eyesight, makes the complexion fair and the skin soft and shiny. Pineapple juice contains the enzyme bromeliad, a natural anti-inflammatory that encourages the healing of bruises and swelling in the body. Bromeliad can reduce arthritis pain and post-operative swelling. Also promotes good digestion by helping the body break down proteins. Contains vitamin C, which functions as a natural antioxidant, promotes a healthy immune system, and can help you recover more quickly from a cold. Promotes cell growth, tissue repair, and the body's production of collagen, a protein that plays an important role in the healing of wounds. It helps the body metabolize fats and absorb iron. Noni protection against the development of cancer, also exhibits anti-tumor properties. It is an immune booster and is considered one of the most nutritious fruits in the world. Many of its nutrients are known to stimulate the immune system. Considered a digestive stimulant, traditionally used as a laxative, has been found to be 75% as effective as morphine sulfate in relieving pain without the toxic side effects. Effective against bacteria and fungus with active compounds like anthraquinones, scolopin, and terpenes. Taro is a root vegetable grown in semi-tropical climates. Taro root has a low Glycemic index. A low GI means that taro affects blood sugar levels slowly without the peaks and crashes of a high GI, which leads to increased hunger later on. Eating a diet of low GI foods can help prevent diabetes. Contains good amounts of vitamin A and C. Tropical banana contains good amounts of antioxidants, minerals, and vitamins. Replenishes energy and revitalizes the body instantly. Vitamin C helps the body develop resistance against infectious agents and scavenge harmful oxygen-free radicals. Malic acid is an organic compound that is made by all living organisms, contributes to the pleasantly sour taste of fruits, and is used as a food additive. Natural caffeine, the raw green Arabica coffee bean, is considered to make milder, less bitter coffee. It is the Adam and Eve of coffee beans, grown in Ethiopia and over as well as 70 other equatorial countries. There we have it. So I know it's only me and S here. Hopefully these guys catch the hangout later on when they get an opportunity. But just like I said, I'm pretty sure that I have gotten all the numbers. I've reached out to all the parties that were out there buying specific things for the event, and then I had the receipts that we had, or the purchases that we made ourselves. So that's what I wanted to jump into first, and get you guys a shot. I'll share this with you guys of what we spent our money on this year. And one of the big things that I'll go through it real quick, but I'll get to it. But as you guys can see, we're looking at the petting zoo, sumo suits, of course, the human foosball, the banner, the food, the medals, what it costs to rent the park. And for that one, I just put $150 because that was the deposit. Now we're gonna get some of that back because it was $10 per hour, so from 10 to 6, and then $35 for the bathrooms once again. $8 plus 35. So we should get at least $35 back from that. And then miscellaneous stuff for presentation and for the event last Saturday, our 4th annual team reunion. If we pull up all those numbers, it comes out to $3,088.38. So one of the things that's not on here is a big expense too. It was the t-shirts. If we would have got those t-shirts, we would have spent where we were at. Like what we spent last year, we spent $4,100 and 41, 34, and 13. So if we would have got those t-shirts on time, then we would have probably spent like a few extra $100 than we did last year, which was pretty good. And from top to bottom, for the most part, it's just about the budget, like the expenses that have to be paid in order for us to have a successful event. And we did. From top to bottom, I mean, at first it was like, because we got there late, and then we were just trying to find our groove of where we wanted to set up. I was thinking to myself, I was like, oh man, that was the most nervous. Like I was nervous at that time, and because I didn't know how it was going to go. But I trusted in the process. I had faith that the people that volunteered and were put in place to handle certain responsibilities, that we were going to make it happen, and we were going to get through it. And look what happens. We get through it, and we knew that window from 10 to 12 people were going to come after 12-1. That's when they were going to come, and they came at that time. They showed up, and it, to me personally, I thought it was the biggest turnout. Thought it was the biggest turnout from the 4 years, and I know that it could even get bigger. We had a lot of leftover food, leftover waters, which was good. Um, and that was for 200 people. But the difference between having a taco truck and the barbecue, I think, is the big difference was you got to eat it right there. And a lot of people, you got to grab a few tacos or whatnot. But after a few tacos, you're just going to be like, you're going to chill. And then that's what I think happened. People had a few tacos, and it was still a lot. There was a whole pan of leftover of one of them. I think it was the chicken or whatever one it was. There was a whole pan left over, and so
it was the pork.
Oh, the pork. Okay, the pork was left over, and I think we were able to. Whoever had a chance got to knock that down. So all in all, I mean, from the catering standpoint, I really think I don't want to go anywhere, any other way besides that. Like,
killed it on that. That was a good decision.
Yeah, for real.
Like you said, they were forced to eat there, and there wasn't. I mean, yeah, we don't mind people taking stuff home and stuff, but a lot of that stuff that got taken home all those years, I guarantee, got wasted because I know plates that were packed up for me and us that came from Frisco. As soon as we got back to the city, I seen the place just sitting there, so wasted money. But this year, didn't waste all that money. And also, there was no more oos juice left.
Yeah,
they went. That was it.
Everything was, and that was a cool thing too, because what we wanted to do was we said 20 cases this year, and we managed it. Fortunately, we got the guy that opened up the gate, so we don't have a far walk. And that played a huge part too, because once it got low, then whoever was around, they went in the van, got a couple cases, and we did what we did. 20 cases.
We got to sell 2 of those cases too. So we really only used 18.
No, because there was 30. There was 31, I think, in the van or something like that.
Oh, it was extras.
Yeah, there was extra cases, and so we actually sold 3 because John, when he seen me pick up a case, and he came and bought one. He was like, "Hey, bud, can I give him?" I was like, "Oh yeah, for sure." So we sold 3 cases at the event. We did the 20 giveaway, which was cool. I mean, it worked out how we wanted it to work out. One of the things that I want to get better at is like us from being more consistent with. I know this is the hard part, but we did it in year 3. As far as from a marketing standpoint, we were able to capture video footage. We were more conscious of getting more pictures. We did that a lot better than this year, and that's what I want to. I really want us to get back up there next year. I know we're going to work out a few things so that we have people in place to get what we need. But overall, though, we lacked from that standpoint. From the marketing standpoint, like me, I couldn't even get my phone out. Keller had my phone. I thought he would be snapping some pictures or something. He only got a few, and it wasn't what we should have got. I know Chow got a lot of footage too, and we can only get better with him being able to stand in position right there and then do what he loves to do. But I really want to be more conscious of making more of an effort, and then even when we go into it, erasing, putting everything that we have on our phones on our Macs, so we just can have it clean, like a clean slate for an event like this, and so that we're ready. Like, bam, okay, we can get this footage. And then one of the things as well, we had the GoPro, and when Geller turned it on, and he said it's full, and those are things that we should have checked the night before. I mean, because that's the GoPro, we rarely use it. So when an event like this comes, it's important that we have it ready and available, and it's free of space. Now, if we would have took the time and freed up some space, I think we could have got a lot more footage, so that we can edit it and put it together and just send it out to the people. So, because those things are memories. That like, for instance, when Chow got certain pictures of certain people's families, and they're just like, man, send me that picture now. Send me whatever you have, video footage. They really enjoy the quality of his shots and his videos that they showed, but they wanted that ASAP. And so we got to take advantage of that, like, real deal. Like, and even when I say make it better, I'm talking about, like, recognize, even from a DJ standpoint, like us, being able to communicate with the DJ effectively and letting them know, hey, we got human foosball going on right now. We got the obstacle course. If you like playing basketball, there's a 3-on-3 tournament, 3-point contest coming up. Really being vocal about it, because of the fact that, this year when we had the mic, it did us justice. But how I'm looking at it is, if we get the mic and everybody is able to hear us, I want them to know what's going on a consistent basis for the entire event, so that if they do want to participate, now they know, oh man. And then, even if they want to watch people participate, then they know where to walk to, so that they can get what they need, whether it's video footage or photos. But staying vocal is key come next year. Another thing is, bring it back to when I was talking about the shirts. That was one of the biggest expenses that we had. It was going to come out to over 1,100, 1,200, whatever. It's like that was one of the biggest expenses. Fortunately for us, I mean, I would love to have the shirts there. It would have been cool, because I love the fact that when we put together an event like this and everybody is in unison, it makes it more inviting, and the unity part that we play, that right there. So everyone has on the same shirt. I really like that, and it didn't get here on time. And I told the people, we don't get it by the 19th, I don't want it. It came on Monday. All those shirts came on Monday. I sent them emails. I said, man, I don't want these shirts. I want a full refund. You guys had a guaranteed delivery date on the 18th. It is not the 18th, and I don't want these. So whatever, I want my refund. And they said, okay, just send us back the shirts, create a shipping label, and send us back the shirts. And I said, it's not my job to create a shipping label. This is your company's fault for guaranteeing a delivery date, and you guys didn't come through. So it's your job to make that shipping label, send it to me, and then I will send these shirts back out to you. Because that's who's done that before? Yeah, there's a company, they do apparel too, and one of the something that they had sent, it was ruined, and so they sent me a shipping label, and then I returned the article. But that's what they do. It's their responsibility to do that. And so with the lady, for one of the we got the ball rolling for a refund for one of the amounts, and I'm pretty sure it's going to follow through with the rest of the full order. But what they did was, they said, yeah, we're going to refund your money, and if you want the shirts, go ahead and keep them. If you don't, donate them, because they can't do nothing with it. And that's what happened with the IRF that one year when we had those red shirts and we ordered them and they weren't on time. We got those shirts for free. And I'm gonna push. And I mean, there's really nothing that they can do unless they want to create these shipping labels so really create them, and so I can send this back. But I'm waiting to, make sure that the other two, the other two, my other two claims, that they go all the way through, and they say the exact same thing: keep the shirts, whatever, we'll refund your money, because I don't want to open the boxes up yet until I get that confirmation. But once it's all finalized, then everyone who put in an order for a shirt will get a free shirt. I mean, that's, if they want it, it's there, But that's how I'm looking at that for as far as that expense of the shirts. We did pretty good as far as spending wise. I thought it was going to be a little bit more, but good thing for us, it was a little bit cheaper, and we pulled it off. That's all that matters to me. At the end of the day, from top to bottom, we got out there, we did what we needed to do. And I open up the floor for you guys for whatever you guys seen that we could improve on, because it's always about improving. What do we want to do better? What do we want to do more? What do we need to do less? What do we need to pull back on? How can we make this even that much more smoother? Those are the things that when we get in these meetings and we're talking about it, that's what needs to happen and what needs to come out. Because when we're strategizing, we're game planning how to put together a successful event, it comes from people being vocal about what they've seen or what they didn't see. And from what I've seen, everybody was busybody, which is what we want. We have to make sure that this thing is running smoothly and everybody played their part, whether it was helping finance the event or just your presence. It really took that full team effort, and that's what we need each and every time. So those are the things that I wanted to work on. Marketing, as far as that's the biggest thing. I really want to get more photos, more video footage, and I want to really come in next year prepared to get the shots that we need, because those moments right there that we're able to capture, they're priceless. I want to work on that, and then the DJ. Those are the two main things that really stood out, like us being more vocal and letting people know, what's going on throughout the day. What did you guys happen to see when you guys were out there that you guys noticed that could help us enhance this experience that much more?
The only thing, one thing that I seen was like how everybody was spread out, in their own groups. Remember I was telling you that?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
We got to figure a way to get everybody together, because I know there was a lot of people that didn't know who this person was or who knew who that person was and stuff. But I was thinking we could have took it back to how we did it the first year when we had the big old circle and, everybody introduced themselves and stuff like that. Did something like that. And then the only other thing I seen too was hella wasted goose juice. Like literally. Like when I was going around, like, just picking up garbage and stuff, there was just like shit, people were like, fuck it, free goose juice, I'll just take a sip and leave it right there. You know what I mean? So figure a way to do that so we're not wasting so much product, because there was a lot of wasted bottles.
How many bottles would you say you found wasted?
I found I know there was like 2 bags. I'd say at least, 4 cases at least worth of empty, of full, like, bottles. Like, damn, like what the hell?
So if you put 4, then it's really 2 or somewhere. You break it in half because of the fact that you pour in all these bottles and you fill them all up. I'm pretty sure it'll come out to 2, which is not bad if you're thinking about 20 cases that were for free.
Nah, but there was some full, like, what the fuck? Like somebody just took a sip, you know what I mean? And I was even gonna try and just there was even a couple times I just left the bottles there just to see, like, maybe they'll come back for their bottle. But an hour later, I go, it's the same bottle just laying there. And so,
I would say that. Go ahead.
Huh?
Go ahead.
But there was some, there was some almost full bottles, that I was picking up a lot of, like damn.
Yeah, I'll say for all those full ones, it's the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to blame it on them or anything, but we know this. It's the same thing with waters.
Well,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Kids will go grab a water to take a sip, and then they get to the event or they go to the jumpy, they put it on the floor, and then they're so happy that they forget about it.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing. We got wasted waters, any drinks.
Yeah.
And so for that matter, that's the hardest part, is to kind of manage the kids. I mean, as far as the adults, like I said, on my end, when I walked around, honestly, I didn't see too many full ones at all. Like the ones that I picked up, they were empty or damn near almost empty. And so, I mean, that's a good thing. You pick up a lot more trash on the other side towards the jumpers, whereas I was picking up a lot of the trash towards the, human foosball table, towards the tent.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, that was more where the adults were at. So if you look at
Because there was a lot of empty ones by the sumo. It's like there was like full bottles just laying all around the sumo wrestling thing. Like, damn.
yeah, and I remember that specifically because I seen a bunch of kids in that area, and I seen them put it down, and I seen them walk away too, but I'm thinking they're coming back like hey, just, let them do their thing. And then I end up going to another place and forgetting about it. But, a lot of those times I seen the kids put the bottles down, and I don't think they didn't pick them back up. So, and it really comes down to a lot younger kids though, too. That's really what it comes down to.
Because it is right what you guys said. They're just excited. They get the bottle and then they go into a jump house or whatever, and they're just excited. And then next thing you know, they're just forgetting about it.
I mean, hella kids came up to me too, like, "Hey, uncle, can you hold my ooze shoes?" Nigga, I'm holding the ooze shoes for hella long. Like, hold on. So I had to go find these kids. Like, Zay came to me one time, Zephaniah. "Uncle, can you hold this real quick?" So every single time all the kids started coming to me, I was like, "Hey, come here. Come grab your ooze shoes."
Yeah, and then we just gotta just think about the waste. It's always gonna be there. At least, I mean, two to 4 cases. That's not bad. Out of 20 cases, I mean, because it's just like a production run. You're always gonna have that little bit of waste there. But if majority of it is all to the good, then it was worth it. It's always gonna be worth it, and I believe it was. I mean, there was people just. I remember this one. Auntie Mary came and she was looking in there and she didn't even know that we had Ushus in there. And then when she found out, she was getting them every hey, go get me one, go get one. And she was really taking advantage of it as far as, damn, I really enjoy this product. That's just one person though. And so, even with the teens and then the younger adults and then even the adults, I mean, just from everything that I heard, like all the feedback, because our job and our responsibilities was to mingle, was to talk to people and see what they thought of the event, how are they doing, and really everybody they said, man, you guys did an amazing job. Out of all the years, like I thought that like this year, this was like I told us, I said, damn, this is the first year that we went all the way through and nobody had an issue of, no, I don't think we should run it next year. and this year was like, damn, I can't wait till next year. But the years before, like putting together those event, the team reunion before, I don't know what made that big of a difference from the people's perspective, but it really was over the hill for them. I mean, from everything that I heard, man, they say this to us all the time when we're out there and we're doing what we do, but it was a different way of saying it. I'm so proud of you guys. Even though it's the same words, it's a different way of saying it, and I got a different feel from it. People were excited. They said, man, I'm coming back next year. I can't wait. Man, you guys, I mean, I've seen so many people come and go, and yet you guys are still fighting, believing, continuing to do what you guys do. And not only that, but you guys are going the extra mile for the kids. And that's what, impresses them the most, is because we invest so much time and try to build something up. and then we're investing even more time in the future generations to make sure that they're all smiles, and that they know, like, man, if you thought this was it, there's more to come. And I know other people see that. You know, there was people that I didn't even know at the event, and then they just said they felt the love. They said, man, I felt the love, and I don't even know anything about you guys' family or whatever, whatnot. But man, I want to come back next year, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys had like similar feedback from people. Pretty sure, and that's what made it all well worth it, is because they recognize the effort that we put not into building our company, but just the representing our company and what we stand for, what we believe, what we're putting out there on the table. It's not for self. It's really for the people. This is what we do it for, and that's what I love the most. Just interacting with people and getting their feedback, because of the fact that this is an event about them. And if they like it, you know, they're going to come back. They're going to invite more people, and they're going to continue to come support. And that's what I liked about getting a chance and opportunity to talk to different people throughout the day. The basketball tournament, that thing was. I think that's the hardest thing, you know, to run, for the fact that we need bodies to play games, and the bodies don't come until later on, and so that's like the most challenging. And then even for this year, it's a little bit more challenging because the basketball court is way on the other side of the park, and so a lot of people was like, dang, you know, I want to go see them play, and then they see how far it is, and they're like, I'll just wait and see who the winners are, because it's a stroll. But that right there, you know, if we're always going to continue to try to tell people, hey, let's get here a little bit earlier so we can run these games. It's always going to be a challenge. I mean, the egg toss, that thing right there, I mean, to me, it like shut it down. Like,
that's the premier event of the whole thing, right there.
Everybody's attention was right. Everybody was zoned in. They was into it, and I was like, wow. And it made it even that much more better because of how the setup was. The setup, it made you like you were drawn in right there in that center part. You were drawn in, and so when we set that up like that, people had no other choice, and then it was just fun. It was fun for people because you seeing like the kid come out of them when they're watching whoever's participating, and that was big. The sumos, I personally didn't see a lot of people take advantage of it, but S did. And then when I'm looking on social media, a lot of people were really in those sumo suits. It was just throughout the day, and S seen the older, like our uncles and aunties, you know, the older crowd, they were getting in there having fun, and then even the people our age, they were in there. It was just like throughout the day, like different times. You really had to catch whoever was in there and messing around. So, you know, I told us, I was like, man, I don't know if we should do this again next year, but I mean, it seemed like it was a hit. You know, for the older, you know, crowd, even the younger crowd, they got in there too. But it was just, you know, you had to catch them throughout the day.
You know, it'd be cool with the sumos if they had like smaller ones for the kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they were pretty big, and I was gonna try and put it on AJ, but I was like, oh, this shit hella heavy for that nigga. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah.
I think more kids would have been into it if it would have been like smaller sizes.
And I don't even know if they make smaller sizes. What was the other event? And this is why I say, like, from the DJ standpoint, when we're running, because even the obstacle course, I know that Nay, she was just playing music, but to really get involved where somebody is, you know, doing a play-by-play or something like that when these events are going on, And just joking around, like how Kelly was joking around right there with the egg toss. I, I would really want that for all the events because
I got the solution.
yeah,
Cordless mic.
there we go. That is a solution.
Feel me?
Simple as that, yeah.
Simple as that, bro.
For
Cordless
real.
mic. And then whoever's we've been doing events and shit all our lives and we don't even know it. But at the same time, it's just like there's simple things like that, like having a host. Hands down, that would draw everything in. So, look, if you remember, one of the years, Will was the host. Remember? Will was kind of going around, he was on the mic or whatever. He was kind of like the host one of our years, and that made it. There was a little bit. Punky was the host one year, remember? And there was there was more participation as far as like getting people to go here and do that and be there. But really, that's what it comes down to: is having a host, having a cordless mic, somebody on the scene ready to rock. You know what I mean? Like literally being the host, running the events. And it doesn't have to be like, oh, Boog, okay, I'm carrying it around, yada, yada, I'm doing this event. Then you hand it off. Like you went over to do basketball and you said, go run the obstacle course. Boom. Hand me the cordless mic. I'm over there to the obstacle course. Hey, let's get all the kids over here. Then we don't have to keep going up there making announcements and saying, hey, if you want to do this, be over here. It could just be right there on the spot. So there goes your answer.
For sure. Oh, there we have it. Cordless mic. What's up?
But yeah, play-by-play is very big in getting people's, interaction. Like real deal, drawing people's attention, being able to have that play-by-play, like, oh, here it goes. Oh, Hassani jumps over. Oh, Nyla comes back. Like pretty much commentating the entire event. All right, here we go. Step it back. Oh, toss. Oh, look at, and whoever it is, the people that they do know, clowning on them a little bit. Oh, he almost dropped it. Oh, it's all good. Like just really having commentary, that'll solve a lot of those dry moments.
Yeah, no doubt. I definitely agree with that. And then even taking it a step further, like whoever is on the mic at that specific time, because I really want to interact a lot more with the crowd. And that last part when we were doing the medals, and I know they didn't expect that to have them say their names and whatnot and their family names, but I guarantee you, man, that right there, it made their day. Like the winners, get out there and go, oh damn, and they're saying their family, especially Coco, Aaliyah, and Christian, all from the same, all siblings. So when they're going out, now that makes them feel, take a more pride in not only their family but in the event. It's like, man, we just put it down. We got gold medals, and now they're feeling a certain type of way. And then even their parents, like, dang, man, we raised our kids, even though this is a team reunion, but the events that they participated in, they won, and now they take a sense of pride in the upbringing of their children, and that's huge, because that's what we bring to the table. We really want to unite the community. And, it starts with our family and friends.
Realistically, like we said, this is our family. It really is. It's just that we don't know everybody like that. Yeah. And that's why it's the team reunion. It's not the Tongue of Foul reunion. It's not, There's too many names out there to really have a sense of pride in this. Mm-hmm. And therefore, by doing it this way, like the Jakubowskis, or however you said their last name, But they are our family. That's who's that's Uncle Siler and them's extended family. Auntie Lofa and them. Like, and not only just extended family, like they're married into these families. These are the people who we grew up with, and these are people who they grew up with. So now we're spanning generations. And they are going to take pride in coming back next year. Just like we do. Nigga, I can't wait to get – we ain't won no medals yet, but I can't wait to get a medal this year. You know, they're going to take pride in they're the reigning champions. They have to come back. You know, and what – as far as marketing play, man, that's what we need to start adding to this too when we're promoting. Last year, so-and-so took the gold medals. Who's it going to be this year? Make sure you sign your team up. Make sure you sign your family up. You know what I mean? Like, those are things that it will help promote and build this event, build, you know, our special day to make it what we want, and all these little things and planning it early. You know, I guess I can go. I don't know if you guys got more, but I was waiting for everyone so I can go into my feedback of it all. But realistically, from beginning to end, even before we got to the park, you know, we always told ourselves, and this is every year, next year has to be better. Next year has to be bigger. We have to get better in some way, whether it be with budgeting or getting people there earlier or, you know, like every little aspect of it we have to get better at. And I would say that, yeah, we fell at some of the stuff, but there's a lot of stuff that we really did capitalize on this year. You know, like from now on, obviously, look, the biggest obstacle was the layout of the field. And we got there, like, I was cramming it the night before, you know what I mean, the day of. Like, really, that was one of the biggest things, my concerns, like, man, how are we going to set this thing up to really get people's participation? And as soon as I got there, I looked at it and I said, you know what? This is how we're going to do it. We're gonna make everything in a circle. Like, we're going to cut off the field to where it's just big enough to where people ain't as spread out. Another thing that would have helped out would be that we move the DJ closer. What does that consist of? Generators.
Yeah.
That consists of more extension cords. You know what I mean? Like, there are a lot of things that we that were obstacles, but this is how we solve them now. Now that we know, you know, we bring everything closer. We bring even the DJ closer, so the DJ is not feeling like they're just DJing. They're with everybody. Everybody's around them, you know, so they feel like they're in the center of it pretty much, which they are. But all those little things like, you know, capitalizing ahead of time, like one of the biggest things for me too, and this is going to, every year, this has to be the play. The shirts have to be done a month in advance. Like, literally, we have to have the shirts a month before the reunion goes down. I mean, that's what I'm putting into the table. Like, and I bring that up because that also helps with interaction. That also helps people to, instead of them just clicking with their same click because they recognize them, now if we all look uniform, we all look the same, they won't know. They'll just be walking by and they see the same shirt, so now they identify with that. You know what I mean? And those little clicks and everything, yeah, you're still going to have them, but for the most part, I guarantee it's going to feel like it's going to disappear a little bit. Why? Because now everybody's one. Everybody's the same. They don't, you know, they have the same stuff on. And so that's one of the big things, too, I believe, that will help us with the interaction, with, you know, help us with communication of people, you know, and enjoying the event all the way through without, like you said, any kind of, oh, man, who's that person? Who's that person? You know, now it's going to be like, oh, man, I want to go see who that is. Why? This is a part of me. I want to know who's who. You know, name tags. That was big this year, too. I mean, not everybody had them on, but the ones that did, I was able to recognize the kids, like, oh, what's up, Emma? I need you over here, you know, and call them by their name instead of being like, hey, kids, you know? So a lot of those things help to build the event. We did a lot, like I said, from setup to we didn't know about the DJ until a weekish or two before, like even if we can have a DJ. We talked about it, and then Renee was like, hey, you know, but those are all little key pieces that we know we need. And so when making decisions on where we're going to have it next, we got to make sure that it can do all these things.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. You know, that helps us to better combat the obstacles that we'll face there. You know what I mean? If this little part of it is taken care of, we have someone hosting, we have somebody, you know, really keeping everybody in tune and giving them updates, yada, yada, yada. Speaking to the crowd, hey, whose little kid is this? Oh, you know, come up here. Whatever. That keeps people in tune. So now, boom, we don't have to worry about that. You know, we're able to have jumpers. We're able to have an area where it's big enough. Okay, we ain't got to worry about that. You know, obviously human foosball was a hit. You know, little things like that, do it yourself. And I'm sure there are many more that will help us continue to cut costs, that will help us continue to be a little bit more efficient and get more bang out of our buck, get more for the things that we invest into. Like, look, human foosball, we ain't got to do, we probably put a little bit more money into it, and that's it. Every year, it's just maintenance costs now. It's not this hundreds and sometimes thousands of dollars for these inflatables that we rent.
Yeah.
For these different events, you know, those things cost money, and at the same time, it's only there for a little bit.
Yeah.
It's only there for 2 to 3 hours at most, and they hit you for an arm and a leg for every hour. So the more stuff like that we can incorporate, like I said, it's just taking every little bit off of us. Okay, what is the other obstacle going to be? Oh, bathrooms. Bam. You know, we've gotten better every year with bathrooms. First year, we didn't have any toilet paper. Second year, we didn't have any bags. Third year, you know what I mean? Like, and it's just learning from those little things, you know, getting a plunger, you know, making sure that those things are handy so that we don't have to go back on Monday and do it again. We don't have to spend more money because of the deposits. You know what I mean? Like, all these things come into play to where we really can get better at it. Like, another thing I look at, a lot of our family, they're willing to help. So we have these family meetings every so often, which we fell off at. We need to keep getting them. But, you know, in these meetings, we start delegating people like, hey, when the family reunion, you know, team reunion comes up, you're going to be in charge of the custodial duties. You know what I mean? Making sure the park is clean. We don't have to do more at the end. Making sure the bathrooms are clean. Making sure, you know, all those little things, they add to easing the pressure at that moment. You know, all of these little things. You know, some of those, like we were talking about already. You know, we ain't done nothing. Yeah, we done something, but we really ain't done nothing. Why? Because we can't put on an event and sponsor the whole thing to where everybody all they have to do is show up. When we can get to that standpoint, then you can say we've done something. But in the meantime, let's continue to get better at getting there. Like I said, all these little things that we're able to do will cut costs to the point where, you know what I mean, we're paying bare minimum for an event. And not only that, who knows? Now we start moving. We talked about sponsorships. We talked about other groups. Like, man, we show them, you know, and that's why it's so important. Like I said, every little bit plays a part. Marketing. Okay, we can put together promotionals. Hey, we've done this every year, year to year to year to year. We go into these companies and we say, would you like to be a part of this? Would you like to put your logo on this event? And it's about kids, and it's about building the community, and it's about building family. It's about, you know, building these kids up to want to be active. That's one thing that's missing in our communities. The kids ain't active enough anymore. But look, in events like this, you know what I mean? Like, it really opens the door for all those things. Who knows? Sooner or later, it'll be sponsored to the point where we ain't got to pay a dime. We don't have to do anything. All we got to do is continue to be great planners. You know what I mean? Continue to make sure that every event is better and better and better. And so all of those things that I just said and we talked about, literally that's how we make this thing better to me. You know, that was the critique that I had. Like, if the basketball is going to be way over there, we might as well not even have it if people are not going to show up on time. Why? Because think about it. Yeah, we want it, but at the same time, it's like it's taking us away too. Like the same reason why you can't really do a softball yet unless we do go that route, what we talked about, 3 days. You know what I mean? Softball, look, because softball takes away a lot of people, and not only that, it also takes a lot of time. Same as basketball. You know what I mean? Like those basketball tournament lasts, and you know, however many teams there are, it's going to last a good amount of time, at least 2 to 3 hours. You know, so it's hard. Like, look, some of you guys were over there. You know what I mean? Some of us were over here with the kids. I wanted to go to basketball, but there was, you know, who's going to help out with this? I was mostly walking around making sure there was maintenance. Like, you know what I mean? Like the human foosball was taken care of, so kids ain't, you know, pulling it down and hurting themselves and yada yada yada. You know, making sure the jumpers were, you know, they weren't popping. You know, like all those things. But again, even though we have a team, look, we're all spread out, and then now look, there's obstacles because of it. You know, so even just bringing events as close as we can have them. You know, if anything, shoot, yeah, I don't know. Depending on where we have it at, you know, we can bring our own hoops out. I don't know, you know, like just to make it that much more close, but things like that, you know, we little things that we can do ahead of time and be more prepared for during the event. But overall, I would say we got a lot better. You know, we all felt it afterwards. Not only was it, you know, the cleanup just as smooth as the setup, you know, everything was pretty smooth. We all felt it. We all went home early. You know, those are signs of a successful event. You know, people giving us feedback. Had Auntie Ipo and them come. You know, Uncle Freddie and Uncle Simon, and you know what their response to me was? Damn, man, I can't believe we missed all those other years.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like that was their response, and I was like, yeah, man, I've been trying to invite you guys. I know it's far. And Uncle Freddie was like, yeah, man, I ain't been out here in how many years? He was like, man, but, man, the kids had a great time. You know, yada, yada, yada. Same thing, same response, different, you know, different words, different people. And it's that much more touching to me, you know, that you, like I said, people are feeling that they missed out. Look, Steve flew down here the night before. Because, you know what I mean? He was like, bro, I can't believe I missed last year. I told myself I wasn't missing this year. This nigga flew from Seattle. Bam, come on, I'm out here. We saw him that one day. But that's how important this event is. You know what I mean? He was able to come back and see everybody else. If there wasn't no event like this, people like this, you know, we wouldn't be able to do that. That's far away from the far reaches of the earth. Look, Uncle Junior and them, they drove up here. You know what I mean? Like, all of them. And that's the thing is we got to meet, you know what I mean, Malu's newborn. You know, we got to see how big Lee was and, you know, visit with, you know, Auntie Alma. Like, come on, these are people that started us. You know, this is, and I'm just saying all the way through, Uncle Freddie and them. We remember Uncle Sila and them. We remember them as small as we were, like all the kids. And so I tip my hat off to you guys too. It was a great event, man, through and through. And it can only get better, like we said. You know, last year was last year. This next year, hey, whatever we got to do to make it happen, we got to do it. We got to start early. We did start pretty early, and it wasn't a whole lot of planning, you know, but at the same time, now we see how to make it more successful, how to make it flow better. That's what we need to plan for. So moving forward, man, great event. We'll go back and watch this hangout to see all the tips that we talked about, you know, before we start the planning, and really bring those things to the table. Make a list of it and say, hey, this is the checkoff list that we need to do in order for this event to be better than last year. So, man, that was my feedback. I had a great time, man. Looking forward to the next one already.
You know, one thing I think helps save a lot of time too, having the taco truck and us not having to cook. You know what I mean? Because usually you got to figure when we're cooking, even though we get out early, you know, people still. Sometimes there's been times where the people still waiting for more food to come off the grill. You know what I mean? And then even with the food, I didn't see a lot of waste with the tacos compared to the other years. Like I've seen a lot of waste with the food. You know, throwing half plates of chicken away. With
Them
hell,
tacos was too good, bro.
yeah, you know what I mean. So I think the
Niggas
tacos
was
was a
scarfing
hit.
them down. Like, when can I get the next ones?
Exactly. I think that was a hit. I think we should stick with that too as well. Having the food catered instead of us cooking. You know what I mean? It frees us up a lot of time by not having us cook. You know what I mean? Out there barbecuing and stuff. And I think we saved a lot. Like, because just like I said, I've seen a lot of wastage past couple of years on the food, throwing full plates of food away. You know what I mean? Compared to this year, I didn't see hardly no food really getting wasted. Just like little bags of chips. That was pretty much it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when Ez was talking, two things came to mind. One, and I think we need to work on, like really designate somebody for like the the table, like the entrance table or the sign-in, so that everyone does get a name tag. You know, like we set it up in a specific spot where you have to go through them. But and that right there, I know that's like a trying too, because it's taking up their time to get these name tags done, and that's like the only hurdle, because if they want to participate in the games and whatnot, uh, and they have a
Decoration. Rope
decorate,
it all off.
huh?
Decoration, we can string it all off, like, ribbon string
Uh-huh.
around the outside perimeters of where people arrive from. So
Yeah.
it funnels them, you know what I mean? It funnels them to a specific area. We can have signs posted, team reunion this way,
Oh,
entrance.
that's how we do it. Never mind. Cut the
I
desert.
was just thinking of that too. Like
Cut that
barricade the whole
designated
thing
a
off.
specific person, and we just leave the marker and the name tags, like just like how you said, to string them along to where they need to go to,
Yep.
sign in themselves. That would be a lot easier. Uh, the other thing was, I really think that the Evites, they were crucial
Yeah.
because of the fact that all these people RSVP'd, and then we put it out months in advance, and they RSVP'd, and they showed up, and then Liz had hit me last night, and she was like, "Boog, if you can just send out or send me a thank you letter, so I could send it out in an email to everybody that came through. I really think that your words are, coming from you. It'd be a lot better than from me saying it. So I'm gonna do that. But at the same time, I want her to do what we do every day: is get feedback, more feedback from everybody, and see if they would like to come to the next one, and what are things that we can improve on from their perspective, because all of that information right there is going to be valuable for us moving forward. There's a mention of a 3 day, like we've been talking about this for like the past since the weekend. We've been talking about this 3 day thing. The only thing that's like as far as a 3 day event, that takes I really believe that takes a lot of planning. I told Estes, I said, man, if we're gonna do that or we're gonna try to attempt it, it has to start like right now. Like we have to really be like getting into these huddles and planning out each and every day, and really we would have to put a deadline for when everybody is if they're going to make it or not. We have to put a deadline. You have to RSVP by this by this time, because of the fact that you're looking at 3 whole days. You're not looking at one. If you RSVP late or whatever, at least you'll still come through. I mean, it's only one day. 3 days is a lot different, and I think it's
2 day? No.
I mean, 2 day because of the fact that it
No,
runs.
I'm just, I was throwing it out there. I'm just trying to add an extra because, like you said, we can get in those sports events. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? We can make a day of it to where that's like the icebreaker day. You know what I mean? And we have like a softball team. 2 teams, 3 teams, 4 teams, whatever. We'll have the basketball teams. You know what I mean? And then the next day we have our normal event, the team reunion. Like this is a team reunion, but at the same time, what it does is it forces people to like meet each other um, in that sense first, and then when they get to the team reunion, the actual fun day, it's like, man, no holds bar. Everybody's just played ball with each other the day before, or spent some time. But I just trying to make more time so that we can get to a lot of these events and a lot of these things.
No, I totally understand where you're coming from. And it really just comes down to planning. We have like the vision of what it can become, and really just we would have to. I think it's just you got to really start like now, like prepping for something like that because of the fact that a 1 day event, we know what it's about. We've done it 4 years, and they were all successful every year. So I mean, it only takes us a month to start prepping for that. Well, a couple months, I should say. It only takes a couple months because we already know the game plan. The other one is just getting people's time. Like, are they going to be available for 3 days now? Do they want to be make themselves available for these particular days? And then just getting them to understand. I mean, it's possible. Don't get me wrong. It's like we can do it. I don't have no doubt. But it's just making sure that the the people are available at the same time. Um, and then even with what was that? I like the idea with the shirts, like having them a month in advance, like really, or even a couple months in advance. My thing was after what happened this year, I was thinking of like right one, like doing pre-orders. Whoever is coming in, like they give their money right then and there, and we're pressing out shirts. Like once these emails are coming in, and we're getting them, and we're able to take care of them early on. Out and like you said, a month, couple months in advance, that gives people more than enough time. And then even with these late responses, we may be able to pull off something. But I think that's where we're gonna go from here with these T-shirts. Uh,
Yeah, we'll just have somebody on standby, like, well, have them on standby saying, hey, this is when the event actually is,
Mhm.
but we want to print up this amount, so that we know we have them for sure. And then if we need more, then we'll put in an order,
Right.
within the time frame to get the rest of them in.
Yeah, for sure. Yep. And then just like they put it to the side until it's that time and for them to go to work on it. The other thing is the budget. So, like if we really look at 3 days and we said okay, we spent 3 racks right here, we're just going with what we're gonna spend this year. We spent 3 racks on this day. So let's just assume like every day is 3 racks. So that's
Yeah.
already we tripled our budget in just a weekend alone. We're gonna be spending 9 to 10 racks on this event. Uh, with that kind of budget, now it's like okay, we're gonna have to really go after and attack the sponsorship aspect of it. We got to really go out there and attack that for getting other companies, other small businesses, whatever, bring in that, and then we're gonna have to really buckle down. And I mean, obviously, we always say 100. I mean, if you could do 100, that's cool. And it's been, I mean, it helps out a lot. 100 goes a long way. You see what it did right here. We donate whatever we can, and we're able to put together this right here. And so, like I said, triples the budget. Now we're really going to start having to think if we do go that route. It's not set in stone. We have to do a lot more conversing about it to see if that's what we want to do, and then we have to just put our foot down and say, let's move forward on it. Let's start planning. Let's start getting in touch with people. Let's start putting the footwork in that needs to make this happen. And then you're just saying to yourself, you put that together, year after year after year. Now we're heightened. We're making or enhancing these 3-day events. Because if you do it 1 year, I don't know if you turn around and you go back to 1 day. I think you do it 1 year, and then you're gonna have to follow through. I don't know what the rule. I know that's not a rule or anything, but I would just assume that, oh man, they put together something this, for 3 days, then you probably get into the habit of doing something like that. But I don't know how that all works out. But those are just some things to think about. I mean, the expense alone, that's the biggest thing. I mean, everything else is like, I think it'll fall through. Like we can get everything going, but it's just the budget. That's the main concern. We're able to take care of that responsibility right there, and then we're good. Now it just comes down to, okay, this goes here, that goes there. Let's do it.
If we do the 2-day thing, we should make it on like a 5-year, 10-year, you know what I mean? Where we turn that into like a 2-day, you know what I mean? Like a 2-day event.
Like 2 days, like 2 days. I think 2 days, because it's 5 years is coming up. I think 2 days, it makes a lot of sense because of the fact that it runs concurrent with Father's Day. Like this week, or this particular weekend is like when Father's Day is on, and so like you do the team reunion, and then the second day, I don't know what we would do, but something that really involves family, Father's Day, whatever I don't know, whatever it is, but it would be real cool to do something like that, Like,
I'm with it.
We could do a Father's Day barbecue
on the second day,
and we'll let the moms barbecue that day.
Yeah, and now thinking about it, it's going to be hard for 2 days during this time, just because of Father's Day. You know what I mean? Everybody has something that they normally do.
Yeah.
And then a lot of times everyone's father is not always here. They got to travel to another city, so that's going to be a tough part about it. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, and those things right there. I mean, we just experienced this lightweight with the chaos.
Yeah, traveling and trying to be on time, all that.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many different factors that come into play, especially because if you're trying to go out, yeah, you got to deal with hundreds of different people that are doing the same, trying to put their families together, and we got a pretty big family to be just trying to do something like big as far as going out. Like if we did something like a barbecue or something, it would just be hard to get everybody to be a part of that. And so, I mean, like right now, I mean, good thing that we're talking about it early on because we see the obstacles that we face if we try to put on something like that during this week. And then comes the thought: do we switch up the week of the team reunion? I mean, it's a significant date for us and a significant time for us as far as our small startup, but should we move it back or should we push it forward? Whatever thoughts may come to mind. I mean, because if you think about that, like setting it up at a different week where now you don't have to worry about Father's Day, and now you can enjoy 1, 2 days, or you can enjoy 2 days. Those things right there alone, you're looking at it, and it works out a lot better on a different week. But that is something that we would all have to discuss and think about and say, yeah, man. I mean, because only 1 year we pushed it back to July.
I say we push it back at least 1 weekend. You know what I mean? Or
so the last week of
graduations would be the weekend of.
So like the last week of June.
Yeah.
See, so that's right there. That's a thought right there that we could think about if going into 5 years for the team reunion and trying to set up 2 day event. I mean, I'm with it. Like it's consensus on me. I mean, uh, we know how important the day is, but we still the team reunion is big too, and we push it back a week. That works out better for like if it works out better for the majority, that's what we do, and then we can start prepping and planning and doing what we need to do to make this thing happen. And,
A
uh,
2 day event can happen, like how you said, start getting into their heads early. You know what I mean? So they can mentally prepare themselves for it too as well. You know what I mean? Like at least 6, 7 months before, like, hey, it's going to be a 2 day event. So people can start planning accordingly as well.
Hell no, now. We doing it now.
Or even now, yeah, you know what I mean? Where they can already start thinking, oh, yeah, it's going to be a 2 day event. I can't do nothing this weekend. I got to save that day. You know what I mean? Mark your calendar already. 2016, 2 day event, Team Moose Juice reunion.
what will we do on that second day? I mean, the only thing that I could think about is if we're gonna do like we do our regular team reunion, what would the second day be? I would think like it has to be water.
A
That's what I
relaxed
was
day.
saying, like
That's
a
what I was
beach
thinking.
day, or
Whatever.
I was thinking like a beach day or something with water.
Yeah, I mean, it'd have to be because that's all I could think about. Like,
We got straight water babies.
Because you want it to be something nice and relaxing, you know what I mean? To where we're not prepping too much, or, you know what I mean? Where it's
yeah,
just
well,
somewhere we can just go, wham, bam, maybe bring some chairs, towel, you know what I mean? Something. But
How's
not
that
just,
water park or in Gilroy or whatever?
huh? How is
oh,
it?
the aquatic
Water
center.
park in Gilroy.
Oh, I wonder how much it is to rent it out.
That'd be dope.
Yeah.
And that's
Cause
just
that right there,
perfect, too.
like, yeah, hell yeah, that'd be cool. As fuck.
They got the
Everybody,
big kids pool over there. They got hella shit for the little kids to do. That shit'll be dope.
that sure would be dope. Damn, that would set it off right there.
What is it
Fifth
called?
year. It's the Morgan
Gilroy
Hill
Aquatic Center. Or, yeah.
Morgan Hill what?
Aquatic Center.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Somewhere with water too. Gotta be.
That'll set it off right there. We do something like that. Run out a damn water park.
Oh yeah, they gonna they gonna be like, damn, I can't wait to every year. I love juice.
Hell yeah, you put something in their heads around this already about something like that. Oh man, 360 days, 359 days.
Yeah, I'm pretty. I don't know how it works, but I mean, if they get a certain amount of people that come in there, I'm thinking that's what the day's rent would be. Like if they get an average of a certain amount, and whatever the pay is, I forgot how much it costs to get in.
Like $6, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Six
so
bucks.
I'm thinking they would. I'm assuming that. I don't know though, but I'm just assuming.
Another thing is we could offset the cost by paying like half of it. You know what I mean? Because I'm sure they wouldn't mind paying like a little bit, but if it's gonna be like 30, 40 bucks, then they might think twice. But depending on the cost, we could do something instead of us coming out all the way. We can offset it by, you know, we can throw it as a package. Like, hey, your T-shirts cost $10, but add an extra 3 for the water park. They'd be like, what? Water park? What the hell?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
But like I said, if it's $6 and we pay 3 of it, which $3 will come out of their pocket, and then we just pay the rest of it. You know what I mean? That will really help and doing it early.
Yeah, or we just put the T-shirts at $15 a pop.
And then boom.
Yeah, for real. This year's bigger, so we got to go bigger. And it's 15. Normally charge 10.
Hell yeah. So let's just look into it. I mean, the aquatic center, if we can get that price down, or what the expense would be, then we'll know where to go. I mean, because obviously, with next year, we just spent $3,000 less than year three, and we cut out a lot of stuff. We cut out the barbecue, cut out the T-shirts, and that wasn't by choice, but I mean that's what happens. But we handled our business with that, and now if we're able to handle these budgets, like it'd be one thing like the first year, right? If we didn't, and then the second year didn't happen because we didn't know how to handle, like we didn't know how to manage our funds correctly. But obviously, we've done this 4 years successfully, so that should tell you, like us as a company, we're taking care of our responsibilities to funding this event and taking care of our business. Now, I'm already on the hype. Like I already told you guys, like man, 5 years already. Whatever what we seen on those little things, the rock climbing thing. I really want that there, and it's not like I really want that there, but it's gonna be there. I know it costs $1,000, but I'm already like my mindset's already thinking about like our budget. Like it's already like 5 to 7K just on that day alone. That's 4 extra K. It's 4 to 6 extra K that I'm already looking at like, man, I know we could take care of that, no doubt. And it's just like self-funded. Like I feel even if we don't even play the route of opening up for sponsorship, I know we can handle it. I just have faith and trust that it's gonna work out. But I'm just trying to make it big, man. Like 5 years, that's a big accomplishment. And I'm even thinking about, like, man, how much does it cost to bring one of these little island singers in? Like, do a little show or something. Like, really? Like that's what type of hype I'm on. I'm like, man, you guys want some violent music? Well, hey, we'll just make a little private performance show for make this guy feel special or whoever it is, and we cash him out, and he just do a whole little thing for us, have a little concert or whatever. But I mean, I'm thinking about things like that. Not too big, but just some singer that we like. I like Sammy J, whatever but whoever island singer is, that I'm thinking about things like that for 5 years. Because I just feel that number right there represents something special for us, and even
you got to holla at Chanel.
Oh, for real? Yeah, Chanel.
You know who we are. We met her hella times, and she's about that ooze juice.
Yeah, holla at her. She's right down the way too. But those are some of my ideas and my thoughts. I'm excited about it, and I can't wait. I mean, we did it. My hat goes off to you guys. I can't say it enough how proud I am that I get to work with my brothers and we get to do things like this. And we get to put a lot of smiles on a lot of people's faces, and we keep the conversation going. That's what's key. We have these events and people are just looking and they're amazed and they're saying, damn, I want to support more, because they're doing something that is powerful, just to be able to experience it and live in the moment. Like they're seeing the fruits of our labor and what we're doing with it and how we're moving, and it's powerful to people. I mean, they really respect that. Another thing is that Will's not here, but like he brought up the Relay for Life months back and never followed up on it. So I don't know if we're doing the Relay for Life this year, but that's what I'm saying. Like I forgot when it was last year. I think it was.
Wasn't it like the end of the month, like June, or was it around July?
I thought it was in July last year.
It was in July. It was in July.
It was like 24th or something like that, or
the end of the month. But I mean, that's the thing too, because I know that he's hella busy too. But when he told us that one day, hey man, everyone go sign up, I never even went and signed up, to be honest. And so I don't know if how did they start already. I'm pretty sure that they did because I remember when we were in June, and we were trying to raise what $1,000. We did it, came through, but we were putting in the footwork. We were asking people like, hey man, you guys want to donate all throughout this month? Just
July 25th.
It's July 25th, see? And we're already, it's the 24th today, so we're a month away from that thing. And we told them we would come back. And so I'm gonna talk to Will. But we need to get on this like ASAP because of the fact that we know what the amount that needs to be raised, and then we gotta do what we gotta do on our part to make sure it happens. And the second year for Relay for Life, but we gotta get on that too as well. There's an event this weekend that we were invited to. It's called the Camp Celebrity Tournament, basketball tournament or something like that.
Oh shit!
And so we got invited there, and Will he was the one who spoke to Cam, and we told him we would donate 20% of the proceeds to the event. And he said, "Oh yeah, that's perfect. Come through." And so that's on Saturday. I'm not I got to look at the little flyer, but I know it's in San Ho. But it's on this Saturday coming up the 27th. So we want to go out there. At least we get an event in for the month, another event in for this month, and we continue to make that push towards 875. Right now, I mean, with the numbers, and I haven't even tallied up Ray's new numbers from that new pallet. I mean, but for now, we're at 486. And this is all today.
I'm sorry, my phone cut out. Did they want us to donate something or something, you said?
No, you know how we always do 20% of the proceeds.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, so it's a celebrity tournament. It's a charity fundraiser. But the
supposed to be a lot of people there.
Yeah, so that's why I was like, oh man, let's do this.
Is that this weekend?
Yeah, on Saturday.
Yeah, the 28th?
27th.
With Cam and them, huh?
Yep.
Oh, nice. We're gonna sell over there?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, they're gonna have Isaac Sapawanga.
Yeah, what's his
Junior
name?
King, Soliai.
Yeah, yep. They're all gonna be there.
Yeah, I was just asking me about that too.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Who was?
Pops was.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so we're going to be a part of that event on come Saturday. Back to what our goal was for the month of June was to sell 875 cases. I mean, we're more than halfway there. We only need 389 more cases, and I know we only got 7 days here. But the beauty of it is you when you're shooting when they say the sky is the limit. Like, we're shooting for the stars, and then even there was this other quote, it's like, if the sky is the limit, then how did man walk on the moon? Like, those are when we look at that, when we hear things like that, these goals that we set in place is not to discourage us or make us like timid about going after it. But it's supposed to make us hungry to see what we're really capable of. And at the beginning of the month, to be honest, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know. I was like, dang, man, that's a tall order, 875. But now we're here, with 7 days left, and we still got, once again, 7 days left to sell. We got more numbers coming in. Ray is already more than halfway done with that pallet up there, the second pallet. So I haven't even included that. And then he has some guy on the line that wants to buy a whole pallet straight out. A guy wants to buy a whole pallet straight up, and he wants to resell at the events that he's going to be in Seattle, or whatever their summer events are. I heard they're pretty big, but this guy, he wants to take part in that. He loves the product, and I guess that he's associated with. Ray was telling me like one of the biggest Korean. What the hell do you say? It's like some Korean family that has so many connections out there. Where is it? All right, here it goes. So the guy, his auntie is head of the Korean Women's Association in the Northwest. And then he said through that organization, they've been able to run successful Polynesian events for the past 15 to 20 years. She's well connected with various successful businesses and counsel in the area. She can open a few doors that wouldn't be available to me at this point in time. I feel it's a relationship he needs out this way. That's what I told Ray. I said, man, if this dude is really serious, we'll sell it to him at $25, for the month of June. If he buys a whole pallet, Ray said that he would eat the cost to show good faith as far as the shipping part. He'll pay for that to get it to them and continue to build that relationship. What I told Ray, I said, what do you think about this? And that's what his response was. And then I said, here goes the thing. I said, I personally would want you and the team to go out there and sell for them. Like, real deal. Like, I see you guys are pushing a hard line, but it's more about consistency. It's more about being persistent, understanding what we are trying to build here, and knowing our roles. Like, okay, yeah, it's hot right now, but can you stand the test of time and continue to push the envelope? And because of the fact that we have the game to run, that is the only thing that I would want to be set in stone. Like, okay, you're gonna buy this pallet and resell it. Well, I want to sell it for you because there's nobody else that can sell it better than I can. I want to give the proper information. I want to inform and educate these people on what they're buying, and I want to do my job. And that right there, he's waiting on the guy's response. But that's the only way I would want that to happen. And I don't know why they wouldn't want somebody to help them sell their product. Like, oh, hell yeah. I mean, okay, yeah, so that makes my job easier. You know what I mean? But they have a few events lined up that they want to do, and I think it would be huge. Depends on if this guy, follows through with this pallet or not, and if he is going to really take it on. So who knows? I mean, if that comes into play, dang, that's another 102 right there. And so it's possible, And even if we don't reach it, look at what we've done. I just want you guys to pay attention with that. Like, man, it's going to come regardless because we only got 389 cases. We're only 389 away, so it's coming. Even if it happens like a day later, it came. But that's the impression that I want to leave on you guys. Like, man, when you guys put your mind to something, when we all get connected, we're on the same page, and we say, oh man, damn, we done effed up here. Oh man, we got to get back on track. And look at what happens. Like, we're just like this freight train just coming down, and that is what we need more consistently. You know what I mean? Especially to finish out the year, because we're just playing catch up. We ain't did nothing. We're just playing catch up because we were slacking early. In the first 5 months of this new year, we were slacking. We said, oh, it's good. We're making it up on the DTC side, and then next thing you know, we go a month without events, and we're like, oh, damn, oh, now we got to play catch. Oh, damn, we're 30 behind. Oh, no, we got to catch that. And that's all we're doing is playing catch up, but we never want to let ourselves go that far behind, or, get that far behind where we're trying to figure out, oh, damn, what do we do next? Fortunately for us, we had a game plan. We knew that, okay, if we're selling cases at $25 and we're manufacturing it for $12.84, oh, we're coming up. It's simply just the retailer, but now, there's no deals involved. You're just getting a case straight 25. That's a deal to you, but it meets our profit margins that we're looking for in order for us to continue to do these production runs, which made sense for the month of June because, and especially open up that door for Washington to test the market. You want to give something to people that they never experienced, they never tried, and when they get it for 25 and they say, oh, damn, this is good, and they're buying more and more, what's another $11? I mean, what is it? What is another $11? It's not okay, 36, that's cool too. And then you can run the deal from there. Oh yeah, it's 36 a case, but if you buy two, it's 60. It's those little things that we have to be more consistent with on the direct-to-consumer side, because when this ends, we still got to push it. July comes, man, you're gonna need your Ushus. How much is it? 36, but 2 for 60. Oh, what? That's the deal. It's like, yeah, that's a great deal right there. Or, you know what I mean? And then even me and S were talking about we got to make this connection with outsourcing apparel because we don't have the equipment, we don't have the manpower to really focus on that, and that's not our lane. I mean, we can make it another stream of income, another avenue to go get money, but we're not trying to get rich off the apparel game. We'll make our cut, keep on reinvesting, keep on making our cut, and continue to build our product up, our beverage, so that we can continue to stretch out this line with new flavors. So that's the plan going into July, is really putting together a package for running the campaign with adding apparel. And we need to talk about this more come Friday, because when Friday comes, I mean, July is next week. So once July 1st hit, we need to hit them again. Bam, with another campaign like, oh, damn, they selling apparel now? Oh, heck. Pre-orders, whatever the case may be, getting these people involved, we're interacting with them, we're putting out more of what we offer them from the gate, which is more of Oosh Juice. It's just in a different form. Now it's it's more apparel, and we're keeping it exclusive because it's just a 30-day window with pre-orders. Like if you got your order or you want to put in your order, man, we open up the door for you for 30 days. And then we shut it back down again. And then whenever it comes up again, when we want to run a campaign with apparel, then we do something with it. But now we're understanding that packages. When we did this campaign right now, it's like, oh damn, people are already trying to think of what's next after this, and that's where we have to be on our toes and say, damn, this is next after this, because after that comes. School is back up. Now what is coming? That weather for beanies or whatever. That's coming into play. And then not only that, but sponsorships of young athletes daring to turn the dream into reality, whatever, football, basketball, the sports, and then even other groups. Those are the things that our minds have to be in motion about, and we have to be planning right now and prepping right now. Great news is, and I didn't tell you, I told a lot of you guys, but I don't know if you guys remember this, but I told you guys that so we've been working at this thing with this secured credit card. We've had 10K just on lock with the secured line, and it took a year. Bam, the whole year we wrote it out. We were thugging it with just 10K just on hold. And now look, we got an unsecured line with 10K. So that secured line, we still have it, but now we got an unsecured line with 10K. That helps out. I'm going to be talking, Liz was off today, but me and Liz are going to go into the war room, and I told her already, hey, LAFO was able to get that 10K to 15K just by requesting it, because LAFO got us an unsecured line once again of 15K. We got that. I said, is it possible for you to make increase that number, ask for an increase to 15 or 20K because of the fact that we have that secured line, but I don't want the secured line anymore because that money is tied up. I want our money, our capital, go back into our main checking but I still want to increase that 10,000 line because we were faithful with what we had. This is the reason why you have to be patient with the process. You have to be. I mean, because if you got people like Liz that's been dealing with businesses for a majority of her life, being in the banking industry, and they come and go, and some of them, they never get that door to just open up, and then we come along, and she knows who we are, and we handle our responsibilities to get us to this moment in time, because this is going to even open up more doors for us. I mean, it's just amazing, like from her end, to see what we are able to do, and we're doing it the right way. And that's why I say you have to be patient with the process, because it is going to take a year for you to build up your credit score. It is going to take another year for you to get a line of credit, and then it's going to take another year for you to get more lines of credit, increase those lines, and keep these revolving, because they're revolving lines, keep them increasing. It's time. It takes time. We have what it takes, but a lot of people, they just bail too early. I'm not one to bail early. I mean, if we see in the process what we've been able to do, we haven't bailed. Like, we're still here. And just trust and believe, right now, he is working on the same thing that we did right here. He's working on credit now. And it's only a matter of time till he gets a door opened up. And then that door leads to another one, and now we got two people that got over 30K just in unsecured lines. Because right now I haven't tallied it up, but then we have over 30K in unsecured lines of credit. That's a lot of money, and we're not. I mean, and we're taking full responsibility of making sure we manage our funds correctly, because this is about budgeting. We learned that from the gate. And we're budgeting with what we're given, and we're not doing too much. We're not out there, thinking we're this and that. We're out here being faithful. We're out here doing what we need to do, because he trusts us with these little things, and these little things are only going to increase and get bigger and bigger and bigger, and therefore we need to follow suit and start working on these little things now, because come 5 years from now we got five. Now we got all seven. That's been the whole play from the gate. And I know that you guys had to see it to believe it, but we have to change that mindset. We have to believe it and see it, like Maxwell Maltz said. And I had to be the first one to step out there, because of the fact that, well, I started the company. So it's only necessary for me to go out there on faith and then show you guys the way and show you that it does work, so that you guys can gain up enough courage to go out there too. And gain up enough courage. We never like dealing with credit cards, but this is the world we play in, and we have to do what we have to do to get to where we're going. And so, as follows, and look, it's going to work for him, and then next thing you know, next person steps up to the plate. They follow. Now we got 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way until we all, like we said from the gate, then we can make this happen on our own if we have all 7 of us going at it and getting these lines of credit or these loans, whatever they're willing to give us. We go at it alone, man. We don't need no type of investment. We just go at it ourselves, and we own full 100% equity in this company. Now, I know that's a lot longer path, but it's just the thoughts of it. Like, okay, if they're not going to give it to us, if no one wants to invest, well, hey, we're not waiting for anybody. We're just going to go take it. Brute force, and that's why it's important. And I just feel blessed. The card came in yesterday, unsecured line, and I'm just saying to myself, man, let's keep on working this thing. Let's keep on staying hungry. Let's keep on being diligent and trustworthy, because that's what that man upstairs needs. He needs your trustworthiness, and he has that from us, because he wouldn't continue to do what he does for us if he didn't have that trust in us to lead this right here, this vision that he gave to us. He wouldn't do what he continues to do. So with that being said, man, definitely, man, 2015, like we said, man, it's going to be better than 2014. And thus far, like, we're making the necessary adjustments and taking the necessary steps to make sure that what we spoke, it comes to pass. That's all that I'm concerned about. we may have taken a dip, but we're back on track now, and we got to stay on track. We just got to continue to rock this out. So with that being said, man, I appreciate you guys. I thank you guys for you guys' time. And if anybody has anything else to say, feel free. If not, we get on our separate ways. 2015 fourth annual team reunion, successful in the books, and now we move on and we continue to build our beverage empire one bottle at a time.
I think the only bad thing I seen this weekend was me hitting my son in the face with a bat.
How this dude go hit his own son? Can't blame nobody. You can't get mad at nobody.
The only bad thing I seen this weekend at the reunion. I was like, damn. I was thinking about that the other. I was like, damn, man, this shit was cool. Well, the only thing bad I seen is that I hit my son in the face with a bat.
Too much. Cool. We all good? Yes, sir. Let me go ahead and end it out here in prayer and we get on our separate ways. Father, Lord, I come to you in prayer. Another Work Hard Wednesday in the books. We thank you for this past weekend and our fourth annual team reunion and it being a success. We do this for the people. I mean, just like you did it for the people, that's what we believe in. And we believe that's true. And it's the only way to go. We make sacrifices, we take risks, but they're all calculated, and we know and we trust that when we speak to you, that you're going to continue to lead us. Yeah, we may hit a road bump here or there, but at the end of the day, we're going to get past it because of our faith and our belief and our trust in you to lead us to our desired destination. We are excited about year 5 and what it has to offer, but we know that we still got to complete 2015 and make it better than 2014 as we continue on our journey to build our beverage empire. It's one step at a time. It's one bottle at a time. It's one account at a time. It's organic growth. It's slow, and sometimes you just want it to happen faster, and it doesn't work like that. But we respect this process. We are patient with it. We know that when one door closes, another one opens up. Fortunately for us, you have been opening up door after door, and you continue to pour out blessings upon us. You continue to show us favor, and you continue to lead this pack of hungry brothers to go after what you put in front of us. And so we thank you, Lord. We thank you for the blessings to come, the connections, the capital, the investments, the relationships, whatever is going to come towards us, we know it's going to be big, and I feel that we are prepared. We're ready to go after it full-heartedly, and we're gonna do what we need to do. So with that being said, Lord, I ask that you be with us near and far, that you continue to bless us each and every day, each and every night, that you heal those who are in need of healing, and that we all have a good rest in the night. We love you, Lord. We give you all the praise, glory, and honor for your worthy. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Hey, what time is that event starting this weekend?
I got to look at that flyer again.